comments. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to Canva. If you don't have an account, simply create an account for free. It's $12.95 a month if you want the pro version. Now, you don't need the pro version. The pro version just gives you some more pictures and some more designs to choose from, but they give you plenty of pictures and plenty of designs. I only have the pro version because I'm very picky about my pictures, and I like that extra variety, and they do have a wonderful photo selection. Okay, so let's get on and let's go ahead and take some information. What I want to do is I'm going to make a sign for myself and for the parents and other colleagues that I work with that I had from my wonderful occupational therapist colleague and friend Diane Stahl. And what she showed me is she gave me the verbiage and how do you explain how to write letters A through Z. So I want to take this, make it pretty. She gave it to me in a Word format that you're going to see. And I want to put it at eye level when I'm working with the children so that when they're checking their data and writing on a clipboard, if they're writing a letter A, I'm going to be able to describe it. I'm going to be able to say, okay, slide up, slide down, and across. So I'll be able to use that language not only for them to write better, which is important because many children with communication impairments also have fine motor issues. But I really want to do that because I want them to talk more. And I've found that when children are engaging in motor activity, you're going to get more speech. So if I'm pairing that when they're writing the letter A, up, slide down, and across, they're more likely going to say slide up, slide down, and across. So we really, really want to do this, not only to improve their motor skills, but their speech and language skills as well. So let's talk about how we can take that information, make it very visually appealing. So I'm actually going to put it on my wall and not on my file cabinet or not in the recycling bin, and I'm going to reference it. So we're going to go to Canva, and I want you to think of Canva like a blank slate that you get to play around and do everything with. It's not one of those, all you get to do is put your words in unless you want it to be that way. So when I think about, well, what kind of design do I want? I want a design that's pretty. I don't care if it's a newsletter, a flyer, a menu item, which we're going to use today, brochure, an ebook. I want something fun and enticing. So let's go ahead and let's go to canva.com, and I'm going to go into search Canva. I'm going to say menu. I miss restaurants. If you miss restaurants too, leave a message in the comments and what kind of restaurant you miss. Because of COVID, I really miss Chinese restaurants. I miss the red leather seats. I miss the dark walnut wood. I miss the dark lighting. Where do you get that? I'm dying. Okay, so let's use the menus as an inspiration for how we can take that information and put it in a visually appealing format, which people actually hang on their wall and reference on a regular basis. So here I looked up menu templates. Now I can make this menu any size I want and do whatever I want with it. All I care about now is it pretty? Will it make me smile? Because I'm going to put this up in my therapy room. I want it to be, oh, look at that. I like the cupcakes one. I want it to be really visually appealing. I don't want it to look like work, like, oh, all I need is more work in my life. So here you see, I want to use this template. I'm going to want to make it landscape. So it's a nice sign and it takes the information out correctly. So the first thing I'm going to do is let's resize this. So I'm going to just press on that and I'm going to go to resize up in the corner. And I want it to be 11 by 8.5, so it's landscape size. So that's going to be how I want the sign. What I got from the menu is this is just pretty. I like the colors. I like the confetti. I don't want any of the information, of course. I just want the sprinkles and I want the colors. So I'm going to go ahead and delete away all of their contents. So if you're someone that just likes to put your information in, this is Canvas for you. But if you're someone like me who likes to play and do whatever I want and just kind of have a blank slate, Canvas for you as well. You can change everything. So I'm going to go ahead and use this. I think this is pretty, this kind of background. I'm just going to move it to the side and just resize it. I've never taken a tutorial on Canva, read up on it. I just played with it, and I'm not particularly computer savvy. I just am duplicating this, and I was able to use it. This is what you're seeing. So it's one of those things, if you tinker with it a little bit, you're going to become really good at it. It's very, very friendly to use. So here I've got my two. I want to do letters A through M, the first 13 letters of the alphabet on one side, and I want to do letters N through Z on the other. So now I'm going to go into my Word document off my desktop, and I'm going to copy the content from that, from my good friend Diane, my occupational therapist friend. And I'm going to take letters A through M for the first column. So let me just go over that, Control C. The Canva likes Control C and Control V a lot. And I'll go over to this one and I'll say Control V. Okay, that's much too large. Let's go ahead and bring it down in size. Maybe to a 24 font, sounds good. And I'm gonna do Comfort Ta. And the reason I do that is because it gives me that A that like we write in school with a circle and a stick. And let's move it over here. Let's go ahead and put it onto the left side. That you fit in this column. See, if it looks a little big, I'm just going to take that right arrow and make it a little smaller so it fits into my sign. See how easy that is? So I'm going to take the rest of the letters now. I'm going to go back to my Word document on my desktop. And now we're going to go ahead and do letters N through Z. I just want to show you, it only takes an extra minute of your time, but think about whether you're giving a Word document to a parent or whether you're giving a beautiful piece of art to a parent with some important information on it. Would the parent more likely in their beautiful nursery that they worked so hard decorating put up a Word document with Times New Roman print on it? Or would they more likely put something like this up with sprinkles and confetti and pastel colors? Yeah, put you in your happy place. There it is. I'm just going to move it over a little bit. All right, awesome. So I'm going to move that one down a little bit so I can give a title to it. You come down. See how easy that is? So when we're going to do a title, if you want to add a text, it's so easy. You just do letter T. There you go. So my title for this, I just want to keep it simple. So I'm going to write how to write A to Z, so I can give this to parents and use it for myself as well. I can also give it to colleagues to hang up in the classroom so we can have some consistency across all professions. And let's make this font smaller. I did 24 looks good. And you, I'm going to move you up to the top. And let's bold it. We can go a little bit bigger. Okay. So as you can see there, that is it. Now, what am I going to do with this? Let's talk about that. I could take this and save it as a PNG. If I save it as a PNG, what's going to happen is I can use it more in a lot of different formats and play with it and move it around, change the colors. It's a lot easier to mess around with. But I just want to make a sign, so I'm going to save this as a PDF. So all we do now is we press the download button, and you can save it as PNG. Or you can go ahead and save it. There's a variety, JPEG. I'm going to go ahead and save it in PDF print. I just want to make a sign, and I'm going to go ahead and download that. So that is it. See that beautiful sign? I'm going to hang that up in my therapy room. It took me a couple of minutes to create. If it was in a Word document, as you see here, I would not hang it up in my therapy room. It's just too work. It doesn't make me smile. So here's the final product. This is the sign that I created. I'm going to go hang it up right now. And what's going to happen is when I'm working with children in therapy, if we're drawing a letter, I'll easily be able to reference the verbiage and stay present and stay in the moment. So I hope